almost everybody's seen this little cutoff fin. This was the original Zoomer. It's become very popular. It's an excellent training fin. However, I never really bought into this being something that was super appropriate for novice level swimmers. But this is also a Zoomer. This is the new Zoomer. This is called the Z2. And you can see it's a little bit bigger than the old Zoomer, but he's got some interesting features engineered into it. This is called a fluid separator, and it really does make your downbeat easier. And this is called a flex box, and this is actually designed to flex and stiffen on the upbeat, so you'll really feel it in your hamstrings and your glutes. So it's where we tend to be much weaker in our kick, and we tend to be much more top heavy in our strength in our quads. But the bottom line is you get more propulsion, more fluidity, while losing less specificity, which is really a key buzzword in coaching. But it just means when you take it off, it's not going to feel like you just had a double foot amputation. You're still going to feel fast and fluid like you do with the Zoomer. So that's the new Zoomer, the Z2, and it's much more appropriate for all level swimmers. And they're using these in Division I collegiate teams right now as well. So it has a much broader base. Why don't you go ahead and just, now with the snorkel and the fins, why don't you go ahead and just swim, like I was just saying, very slowly with as perfect technique as you're capable of doing, okay? You know, one thing I noticed about your stroke, if you don't mind me nitpicking a little bit, your right arm tends to kind of sweep out wide, and your left arm tends to come in more like this. So my suggestion would be, if maybe you go ahead and cheat a little bit and kind of look forward a little bit, make your right arm do what your left arm does. And a good way to do that is with these paddles.
Bring it in a little bit.
The freestyler hand paddle, yeah. So like, we call it kind of getting you're outside the box here a little bit with your right arm. So get it back inside the box a little bit. And these paddles will help you with a visual reference, because you can see it's highly hydrodynamic in shape. And so this paddle, when it hits here, it just wants to go. And so you press here, this elbow's up, and then make that right arm the mirror image.
Sounds good.
Okay? Okay, I think that's a lot better. Much more of a mirror image. Okay, that was way better. Way better. Okay, it's just a great demonstration of how Fred is getting a really clean entry and a nice planing action. Okay. Now that one thing I like about those paddles is somebody similar to the forearm fulcrum. If somebody who's a poor swimmer tends to kind of dig and claw a little bit more, as opposed to with those paddles help you treat your hand like a hydroplane. Because this is a little hydroplane for you, and that determines, again, Fred being 6'9" or 6'6". And right here, you're 5'10". Right here, you're 6'9". Try it one more time, because that looked really good.
All right.
Kind of get into character there. You're like 6'9". You just, that's even better. Even better. See, Fred, that's nice. I mean, you know what? You're a good swimmer. You already cleaned your stroke up, you know?
Well, thanks.
Well, it wasn't like it was, completely sloppy, but it did. To me, it looked like it just sharpened up a little bit.
Well, it's one of those things where, yeah, I mean, the longer you reach out, the more water you're going to be pulling in. The longer the
But I think the combination of the snorkel, the paddles, and the fins are really great for just swimming perfectly, which is what our company is all about.
Well, that's That's what I'm all about too.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Good to know.
Yeah.